I have devoted my life to ensure that the children of the labouring poor will have the opportunity to have an education. I have travelled far and wide across this great land, and I find that many people agree with me that the increase of learning and good morals are great blessings to society. Between the years 1806 and 1810, I travelled over 4,000 miles. I gave public lectures to tens of thousands of people, many of whom generously supported my society, and I was able to establish 50 new schools with accommodation for over 15,000 scholars. In the year 1808, I visited the goodly town of Hitchin and found there most wise residents who agreed with me that a school was much needed, particularly in this poor quarter of the town. I was gratified then to note that 2 years later, in 1810, a school was founded here in the place known as Dead Street. And it is my fervent wish that the school should bring hope and opportunity to that dreadful place. News of my success has spread across the seas. Many schools established across Europe, and the Tsar of Russia himself has insisted that my methods be employed in all the schools of his mighty empire. In 1818, I set sail for the United States of America, and I received a most warm welcome there, with many people enthusiastic to set up schools in all the great cities of that wondrous land. And then on again, further south, into the continent of South America. My work was enthusiastically received, and by 1826, no fewer than 21 countries had taken up my methods. Indeed, they have spread from the Thames to the Ganges. They have encircled the equator and encompassed the poles. I am sure, despite the opposition that I have sometimes received, you will agree with me that the real wealth of a nation lies in its prepared people. So education from an early age is essential. So I hope that now you will take some time to explore and discover this great monitorial schoolroom of my own devising. And perhaps on the way you may meet my daughter, some of my early helpers, and some of the many scholars and teachers who have followed on in this great story of education.